Good afternoon, D&D, TikTok, and beyond, and welcome to Roll for Sandwich, the series where I let fate decide my lunch. Let's go. Today's episode of Roll for Sandwich is sponsored by Plaid Hat Games. Their new role-playing adventure game, Freelancers, recently came out, and I got a chance to play it over the holiday season. This is a super fun game for 1 to 7 players that lets you take on the role of a gig economy worker trying to survive in a post-apocalyptic fantasy world. This game is essentially GM'd by an app, and thanks to that app, you can sit down and begin playing with no prior experience. I found it to be a super fun game with very enjoyable writing. You can find more information about this game via the link on my website. And today we're going to use the dice from Freelancers to roll us up a chaos sandwich. Here we go. Let's get it started with our roll for bread. 3 wheat bread. What else can I possibly say about wheat bread at this point? I've already made up fake facts and dunked on a Baldwin brother. Next up, let's roll main. 6 chicken. I've got some sliced deli rotisserie chicken today. It's a good base for a sandwich, if a little boring. Oh, I could have said that about wheat bread. Next up, let's roll for cheese. 3 Colby. Colby, one half of the dynamic duo that is Colby Jack. Let's hope solo it's more Paul Simon than Art Garfunkel. Roll those beautiful roughage dice. 4 pickled Brussels sprouts and 11 none. When I was a kid, Brussels sprouts seemed to be the butt of every bad vegetable joke. And now you see them everywhere in fancy bistros and stuff. I've learned recently that they actually taste better now. Like they used selective breeding to make them taste better than they used to. So good for you, Brussels sprouts. Congrats on the glow up. Hopefully you taste good pickled. All right, next up, we're gonna hit it with a little wild magic. 14 chia seeds.
Chia pet.
Yes, those chia seeds, though I wouldn't suggest eating the ones that come in those sets. Speaking of glow-ups, these went from a novelty arts and crafts project to a healthy living staple. They won't do a lot for our sandwich taste-wise, but they're a little crunchy and they kind of congeal when they get wet, so that might not be that fun. All right, and last but not least, we've got the D20 sauce roll. Here we go. 18 horseradish mustard. All right, this should be a fine addition to this sandwich. It'll add a little bit more interesting flavor to the mix. I think this one's really gonna come down to the taste test to see if the whole is better than the sum of its parts. Let's go ahead and get our sandwich closed up here. Get our toothpicks in to hold it together. And let's go ahead and get it cut in half. And let's take a look at that cross section. All right. Pretty basic today, not too off the wall. Never had Brussels sprouts or chia seeds on a sandwich, but we'll see how it goes. Let's give it a taste. It's not bad. We've got a little bit of redundancy in flavors between the pickled Brussels sprouts and the horseradish mustard. The Colby is nice, but doesn't contribute in a big way. Same with the chicken. It's just kind of a blank canvas. And the chia seeds kind of clump together and bring down the textural experience. I definitely think those pickled Brussels sprouts would be much better as a side, or maybe even mashed into a paste before being put on the sandwich. This sandwich is the definition of fine. It's fine. They can't all be winners, and I'm glad that they're not all disasters, but this one's gonna get a 4.9 from me today, and I'm gonna call it middle of the crossroads. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you again on Friday.